Good morning, Vietnam! Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome to the Morning App. I'm Joshua alongside Kati. We have Better Josh back on the show, and we have Scott. And Scott, you haven't been on since the Morning Men.
I know, it's been a while.
Yeah, that was a riveting show. It was one of the best. We're glad to have you here. That's why it's going to be an amazing show. Josh, you're also part of the Morning Men. Technically, you weren't on the show, but you are a man here that's been on the Morning App. So
that is true, and it also has been a hot minute since I've been on this show.
It has been. You're often running on your new show, the Running Time, here on 90.5 WASU. So you left us for bigger and better things. That's okay.
Much bigger and better things.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my goodness.
I can't promote that show enough. That show's very good. I've heard it a little bit, a couple of times, and it's very good.
I appreciate that.
Of course. We taught you well, but you took what we taught you and you went above and beyond, and now we're just wishing we were where Josh V was.
I think the key is just to not do it early in the morning.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think
that really
yeah.
helps out.
Because it's Friday night, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Fridays at 9 p.m.
Fridays 9 p.m. is a lot different than Fridays
At
or
8
Mondays
a.m.
or Wednesdays
Yeah.
at 8 a.m.
Because you also have all week to think about anything or to see everything. Because, I mean, your show is a movie show. Yeah. And a lot of trailers I don't think come out on a Friday. I think they would come out during the week most of the time.
Yeah. And typically, like, sometimes when we'll review new movies, but we always wait till, like, a week after they've come out to review them. So that we have, like, time to marinate on them a little bit.
Do you go to a lot of movies? Like, you say you see a new movie comes out, you wait a week. Do you just spend a ton of money on tickets, you and your friends that are on the show, and go see these movies?
Just as much as anybody. Like, I'll go see the next Marvel movie. I just saw Shazam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Shazam?
I don't go see everything.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't.
We
should go.
We don't go buy as many tickets and see as many movies as Josh V. That's what I think I feel like he watches one every single day of the week, and he's just at the theater every single day of the week. Like, if you go in on a random Wednesday night at midnight, it'll just be Josh V in the back. Hey, guys. Just
see
chilling.
me in every theater. Just
every single one. I think he goes auditorium 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then after that, his day's done.
Yeah, that's the average work day for me.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It would be really cool with that show to, like, go to the local movie theater here and tell them about the show and see, I don't know, if they would give them deals about tickets because you're going to talk about movies. I don't know if that would work. Get a sponsorship, maybe. I feel like there's
the sales guy,
there.
Scott, over here.
There's opportunities, you know?
It's a really good idea. I'm glad I thought of that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't think have we ever connected with a movie theater here?
Scott, you're just a genius. You're just so smart.
No.
Because that's true. He could technically be like, hey, I'm going to talk about Shazam on my show. Do you have, like, 2 free tickets to Shazam I could give away? Or, like, I'm just saying.
Now we're talking.
I don't know if Boone Regal would do that. They seem a little bit more regal than, most areas. But
I can't wait to walk up to the manager and be like, hey,
I got this
kind of
huge
a big deal.
show. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Movie review show. So if you let me in for free, I'll
big talk show.
I'll talk about how I went and saw it at the Boone Regal Theater.
Am I even allowed to do that?
You can always talking to somebody.
You can say you saw it somewhere. Yeah.
At the Boone Regal Theater?
Yeah.
Can't say...
Like,
go there.
Yeah, for the listeners, we are a non-commercial radio station, so we have a lot of different rules compared to other radio stations. So we aren't technically allowed to say, go here, do that, do this. We can just be like, oh, we did this today. We saw that today. Right, Kitty?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Kitty trying to keep quiet. She's like, I can't say anything to get me fired. Can't do anything in particular.
But you know a lot about The Mandalorian, right?
Yeah. So for those of y'all who don't know, The Mandalorian is a Star Wars TV show being produced by Jon Favreau. Y'all know who that is?
Of course.
No.
Happy from Iron Man.
Yes, it's
What?
Happy from Iron Man.
Seriously?
He directs the Iron Man movies too.
He was the director of the first one, I think.
I thought the other two as well, maybe.
Not the third one.
Okay, well,
He was
obviously that was
definitely
not a good
second
one.
Yeah.
I actually saw that one last night. My roommate and I, we haven't seen it in so long because we're watching through all of the Marvel movies before Endgame. So we're up to Iron Man 3, right? And it was as if we were watching it for the first time. That's how long it's been. Like, we were genuinely surprised, like, by all the plot twists again. It's like, how? Why?
It's a fun movie.
It's a forgettable one. That's why you were so surprised by everything.
I know, but it was better
point,
than
yeah.
expected. I think it sets up Endgame really well as far as Tony's like PTSD and just some of his character development. But anyways, please continue about the Mandalorian. I just went off on a huge rabbit trail.
No worries. So it's kind of like, y'all know a little bit about Star Wars, right?
Oh, I know a
Yes.
lot about
Y'all know
Star
who
Wars.
Boba Fett, Jango Fett are?
yeah.
You know them? So this is a story not about them, but characters kind of like them. Like a character kind of like them, like a bounty hunter.
Okay.
And it takes place during the original trilogy timeline. So like during Luke Skywalker when he was young and stuff like that.
Okay.
Takes place, I'm not sure when during that timeline, but I know it takes place then, and it's live action, so it's not a cartoon, and it's coming out on Disney Plus.
I can't wait for Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
I feel like there's always a something plus nowadays.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Disney Plus, ESPN Plus.
Well, both of them are Disney. Yeah, they came out with them at the like not at the same time, but they
Yeah.
announced them. They're like, hey, we're having an ESPN Plus, and then boom, guess what? We got a Disney Plus because everyone was waiting for the name, and I think people were like, oh, it's gonna be called Play Disney or Disney Home, and they're like, we're gonna just add a plus sign.
Add a plus.
Is ESPN
Yeah.
owned by Disney?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's all.
Disney
It's only a
owns
matter
a
of time
lot.
before they own
So
everything.
Because they
Scott.
also own Fox now too.
Yeah.
No.
A lot of properties from it.
I feel like there are like 7 or 8 organizations like Disney that kind of own not everything, but everything.
Yeah, they own me. Yeah, they own like us individually. Like half, half of us go to Disney, half of us go to
Yeah.
Fox, half of us go to whoever else. I don't even know the other companies, but
Eventually, the Mickey Mouse logo will be painted on the moon, and Disney
Okay.
will own the entire world by
that would
2054.
that would be our branding. Like if we were individually owned, it'd be like, oh, who are you? Ah, I'm Mickey Mouse.
Oh my gosh.
So it'd be like a barcode Mickey
aliens.
Mouse thing. Like,
Fox would be the FX symbol on your wrist. Yeah, just you always look at it like, oh, nope, Fox got me.
it would be like actual wars.
What is
like, between
happening?
Fox and Disney.
What if they should do that to the actors? Because you have like Captain America, Chris Evans was the Human Torch in the Fantastic Four when they were with FX or Fox, and then he switched to Marvel. But I'm telling you, they should have just branded him up with the FX symbol and been like, nope, you can't switch franchises. I'm sorry.
He was not as good of an actor though in that movie.
He was
And-
young.
I know, but he was
reckless.
just not. He's.
I don't think he was right for the role either.
Yeah.
I
Plus
liked
the
him.
movie. No, I like him, but just maybe not as.
No.
I liked him in
Human
that role.
Torch.
He wasn't good at being like, that like
Like
arrogant,
cocky and
yeah,
arrogant.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
because
Chris Evans is such like a adorable sweetheart type man. He works way better as Captain America than the Human Torch.
Yeah, because as Captain America, he's kind of arrogant in a different way now. Like,
Is he?
he's like confident, but also he's very opinionated though. Still, like I wouldn't say that he's not arrogant
Whoa.
as Captain America.
he has all the right opinions. He's Captain America.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that both him and Tony, that's why they had such a disagreement, is because they both had such big egos.
Wow, I want to call.
Here's the thing, though. It started out Captain America was willing to sign it, but then his 100-year-old girlfriend died that changed his mind. So he started out willing to change his mind.
I'm
So-
a huge Captain America fan. I'm not
Plus,
saying.
Iron Man is the villain of that movie.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
moral of the story: don't have a 100-year-old girlfriend. That's what I'm
Yes.
hearing. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, I want to ask Scott something. Scott, are you a big Marvel or Star Wars fan? I'm just curious because we talk a lot
not.
about it.
What?
What is it?
Not a- not a
You're off the
huge-
show.
not a huge-
Get out of here. Take your backpack. Go.
He's been sitting over there kind of, quiet, listening, and Josh was like, oh, you guys know a lot of the Star Wars, and I saw Scott's face, like yeah.
Yeah.
He was like,
Absolutely. No doubt.
What is it like living in a world where we talk a lot about Star Wars or Marvel or movie. What are you a big franchise person in general? Like, what franchises would you say you watch or know or like?
That's a good question.
Oh no.
Well, it's not that so growing up, I didn't really watch movies. I don't know why they didn't interest me. I did other things instead. Like when my families would watch movies, I would do something else. I don't know. But growing up, I've realized movies are really great, and I've started to enjoy them more. But I haven't really gotten into the Star Wars or really just a very the general genre of like fantasy movies. So I enjoy watching more nonfiction based on a true story types of movies. But I think going back to the initial question of what it's like living in a world where a lot of people love, and I definitely respect that, and I think it's great. And it's the same thing, like we all have things we like and don't like, and that's okay. So yeah.
So do you not like Star Wars then? Have you seen it?
I've
Scott.
seen like parts.
Parts.
I think I've seen probably one of them at a time. It's not something like I think I enjoyed it.
Okay.
But I wasn't like, oh, I have to watch this.
That's because you watched episode 1, Phantom Menace.
Oh dear, yeah, that's a very important which one you watched.
Yeah, it was a long time
You gotta start with
ago.
the original trilogy. Okay, that was a long time ago. Dude, you gotta watch it now. Now that
Well-
you're older, you can appreciate it.
Scott, there is an open invitation to see Avengers Endgame with us when it opens. If you want to go grab your tickets,
I've
Josh, you
I've
can come
actually
too,
watched a lot of, not a lot,
Marvel
but
movies?
some, more Marvel.
Okay.
I watched the Into the Spider-Verse. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
And
That's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fantastic movie, just separate entity kind of.
Yes, yeah, it doesn't really have to do with the end game, but
Well,
yeah.
it's owned by
no,
Disney,
it definitely,
so we could see
Yeah.
Spider-Man and Star Wars someday. You never know.
no.
Well, with Jon Favreau
But it's in a
directing.
galaxy far, far away. How is Spider-Man gonna get there? I guess
Space
the
Stone.
Spider-Verse, the Space Stone.
Yeah.
Okay, you kids. Other side of the break, we got more incredible show coming up for you, including real or fake news later on.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App, on 90.5 WASU.
Back here on The Morning App. I don't know what day it was. I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was 2 days ago.
Monday, yeah.
Yeah, because today's Wednesday. Okay, that's right. A famous cathedral, the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, correct? France, maybe?
Yeah, it was Paris.
Okay, phew, got that right.
Paris is in France.
Yeah.
It works,
yeah, so, cool. I'm glad it wasn't a different country. But apparently it burned down on Monday. There were videos all over the internet. The top of it fell over. I don't know. First off, how do you even start a fire in such a incredible monument? Because it was a big deal, this cathedral.
They're thinking, I don't think that they've released how it started yet, but they've been doing maintenance on it before the fire started, and that's where the fire really was, and like the new part where the maintenance was, like all the wood part.
I've heard it wasn't, like there was no one there either.
Yeah.
And they're not, they don't suspect that it was like foul play, that someone didn't start it as like
so, if no one was there and they don't suspect foul play, did it just poof, fire?
Things happen. Maybe
it just ignited.
Faulty wire, you know.
In a cathedral?
But again, remember, they were doing maintenance on like a new part. They were building like a whole new section.
Plus, the part that burned down was made of mostly wood. It was like a wood frame.
And built a really long time ago, too. So maybe the combination of like a super old structure combined with what they were starting to build, I don't know. Hopefully it wasn't foul play.
Yeah.
I would hope not.
Yeah. I guess they didn't have inspections back in the day when it was built. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't have cleared. But you got to feel bad if you're literally performing maintenance on this famous cathedral and you burn it down or something. I'm guessing your maintenance-wise burnt it down. Just imagine if you're on that crew. You are in charge of restoring one of the greatest national monuments in the world, and you accidentally burn it down.
Oof.
Yeah.
What a blunder.
Anyways, but there.
I hope it wasn't Choate Construction.
That's right. Yeah,
that's the Choate. Yeah,
is it Choate Construction?
That's the place
here?
doing the construction here.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't understand that reference.
But so Paris is hosting the Summer Olympics in 2024.
Oh.
And so this is interesting because this is an article that was released 2 hours ago on NBC that they've already raised $1 billion apparently to reconstruct it and have it ready in 5 years for that Summer Olympics.
Well, and also
crazy.
there was another article this morning that there was a professor of art that really he studied a lot of Gothic architecture, and so I guess he used lasers to make a 3D replica, like a painstakingly detailed replica of the whole cathedral a few years ago, and that now before, if he hadn't done that, they wouldn't have really been able to replicate what was burned as well. But now they can do it exactly the way it was before.
It's pretty cool.
Really copy it. It's like a really impressive 3D scan, I guess.
And see, I'm reading an article here. We all have a different article, which is great.
Nice.
In this article, it's telling me that, they are trying to get it ready by the Olympics, but they're not going to be able to because apparently a decade is necessary to train some of the specialized workers required for such the project.
Yeah.
And they don't have the massive trees that they did to build this project. So I guess they don't have big enough trees right now to get the wood necessary, which is kind of incredible to think about, that back then they were able to get such large trees and now they can't. I don't know, but I think it's going to take a lot longer, all the experts are saying.
You think about it too, since they're probably a little worried about, since the maintenance before had maybe been the cause of the fire, I feel like they'll be a lot more careful this time just because they don't want to. They want it to be a very sturdy structure so they'll last a lot longer.
No more cigarette breaks.
Oh my goodness.
Apparently there was a Gothic cathedral in Cologne, Germany. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it was badly damaged during World War II, and they're still working to repair it almost 70 years later.
Yeah.
So I think it takes a lot longer than just maybe 5 years.
Right. I think you're right. It will take a long time, probably decades, for them to completely repair it. But I wonder what their kind of short-term plan is for 5 years.
Yeah.
for even if that's necessary just for the Olympics. I don't know. The Olympics are a big deal.
And they probably just needed to tell people right now, hey, don't worry, we're going to get it up as soon as we can. It's kind of that damage control type situation, I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm trying to find an article I found the other day so I can be like all you guys.
I was like, Josh, where's your article?
But apparently, in I think in Jerusalem, I haven't refound the article, so I'm not sure. There was like some Muslim building of like similar kind of importance. It's like a really old structure, really like important to their religion, was also burnt on the same day.
On Monday,
Yeah.
on Monday.
Yeah,
2
on
days ago?
Monday.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't find the article, but that's what I heard. That may not even be true, but that is something I heard.
Okay.
And I thought I saw on the internet. So,
Through the grapevine.
Okay.
so yeah.
Well, it's good you said that you don't. If you
Full disclosure.
But, I mean, I guess it just goes to show you that at any point, any one of these national monuments could, I guess, go down. Because that's not, I don't think I woke up on Monday morning thinking we were going to lose a national treasure like that. So if you're trying to travel, it's always a good idea to go as soon as possible, potentially, and not miss out on some of these monuments. I know, Scott, you traveled to Mexico over the last year or so, I think, because you were studying abroad and everything. I don't know if the rest of you gone anywhere quite, like Mexico or anywhere outside the U.S. before, but I'm sure it's an experience.
Yes, absolutely. And I like what you said about kind of not necessarily the urgency of studying abroad or just traveling abroad, but how you want to do it while you can and as soon as possible, because I feel like we're really great at talking about things and saying we're going to do it one day and I can't wait to do this, but you're right, you never know when an opportunity is going to get passed up or just not be available anymore. So I was really fortunate to be able to go to Puebla and study abroad in Mexico. It's a really cool program here that app offers, and so it made it possible, and it was one of those opportunities I was able to take, and it I felt going was something that it was kind of a now or never opportunity, because after college it would be a lot more expensive. It would be harder to figure out logistics just going as a student. So yeah, good point right there on go when you can. Go when you can.
You're just boosting his
right.
ego right now. He's not going to be able to walk out of here. His head's going to be so big. He won't fit through the door.
My head's already big.
You never know when a meteor is going to take out the Eiffel Tower or something like that.
I mean, go when you can. That's like traveling abroad. I think you can learn so much wherever you go, and or even however long you do go. I don't think you have to spend multiple months to have a valuable experience. So, yeah.
It's just because of all of that. I just more and more I wish I had the power of teleportation. I could literally right now in between breaks go teleport to the cathedral, teleport right back and be like, yeah, it's burnt. Yep.
Why?
It's gone.
Just got back.
Smoky.
Yeah, I could have been there while it was burning down just to see it. That's even like obviously bad that it burned down, but that still would have been a kind of cool to watch it, like to be there and be like, hey, I was there when it burned down. As terrible as it is, but still, teleportation, that's a very underrated power.
Think about how chaotic it would be if not just you teleported during the fire, but like thousands of people teleported just to
Everyone
see.
could teleport.
Oof, what if?
There would be so many people there.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be a disaster.
How would that work? Would there be limits on? There's already 200 people.
What, teleportation laws, Scott?
In the teleport
It's like a
airways.
game server is like full. Like,
That's the thing about
Try again
superpowers. They're
tomorrow.
only fun when you're the only one that has
Exactly.
them. Like if everyone had superpowers, it wouldn't be as fun.
Would you go with
Yeah.
teleportation as your go-to superpower if you could?
I don't know if it's go-to, but at the...
What if you teleport inside a wall or something?
Oh, it's like
Well,
X-Men.
I think I have a
Yeah,
little bit more
What's his name?
control.
Beast.
Don't I have a little bit more control than just teleporting inside a wall?
Yeah, but
Well,
like if you just go Notre Dame, whatever, however you say it, like where exactly do you teleport?
Because
Do you
you'd have
teleport right in the
the
middle
way
of the cathedral?
the way that in like at least the X-Men movie, if we're gonna consider this as an accurate representation of what it'd be like, he had what was his name? He was
Nightcrawler.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
And so he had to be able to see where he was going. Like you could look out the window at the SRC and be like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna like teleport there, and then he'd know that he wasn't gonna teleport into a wall.
Well,
'Cause- if he couldn't see it, then he'd be like really scared because he just he couldn't teleport himself back out of like a wall or something enclosed.
What if I'm watching the video on my laptop though of the cathedral? Could I then teleport to that spot?
I don't know. That wasn't.
That's how it worked in Jumper.
Yeah,
Jumper?
that was a good movie.
Yes. All he needed was a picture, and then he'd teleport to like
That's cool.
wherever the picture was taken, like the exact perspective of the camera.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
That would be a good one then. The picture thing. That's a. That's an interesting angle there.
Somehow we just always get back to movies, but I'm sorry, Scott, for you haven't watched a lot.
Have you seen X-Men?
I have not.
Oh, come on.
I have not.
Don't Stop Me Now here on the Morning App.
Morning App on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com.
It's time for one of our favorite games on the show. It's been a while since we've played it. We haven't really had that fourth guest to play because it's not really fun of me and Dovey just going back and forth.
Dovey's also gotten way too good at it. Like, I don't even understand. I guess he can just read my facial expressions or something, and he just, like, knows.
Yeah, I don't read you as well as I read Kristen back in the day, but I'm struggling a little bit. But it is time for real or fake news. Katie, do you want to explain it to our two new friends?
Yes. So basically, I'm just going to read 4 headlines, and then you'll have to guess whether it's real or fake. And so there's not like...
I'm like, that was difficult.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, I guess.
And also the idea of reading your facial expressions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Idea of which is
read our body language.
Right, here we go.
I'm just going to turn around.
All right, we're ready.
I'm so worried. Okay.
Ready?
Yes. All right. Woman arrested after starting a fight with a neighbor over free couch found on the curb.
Absolutely real.
Yeah, that's real. Totally happened.
Real.
Jeez.
I want to go against them, but I think I'm going to have to go real.
Yeah.
Free stuff.
Okay.
I get it. Like, free stuff because it's free. And it's when it's on the
Free
street.
stuff 'cause
When
it's
it's on the
free.
street, too, it's
Yeah.
fair game. And then that's just immediate conflict.
Okay.
Who shut up first?
Okay.
I think
Why did you say yes so quickly?
because I think I have done this.
Yeah.
But I think the argument should be whoever hauls it away first. So yeah, you guys can both be having your hand on it and be like, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whoever can get a truck and a trailer first. Or if you can physically lift it up yourself and take it away, you got it.
What are they going to play, like tug of war with this couch? No.
Yeah,
They have to
with their
fight.
trucks, yeah.
It's a fight to the death over it.
That would
That's a
be
little bit more gladiator style.
But
Yeah, like
wait,
just watch that in your front yard.
So she was arrested. So she had to do. So it was a fight. She got arrested because of the fight. Did both of them get arrested or just one person?
See, she can't tell.
I can just tell you the headline.
Here's the thing. It doesn't seem like wacky enough for someone to be like, I'm going to write a fake news story today about it.
But you, so you're going back on?
No, I'm saying it seems real.
Because it doesn't seem too. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with real.
Okay.
All I'm picturing is, have you guys seen Step Brothers? Will Ferrell and
Them fighting
John
in
C.
the front
O'Reilly?
yard.
Yeah, all I'm picturing is them fighting in the front yard with the golf club, what, a bike and a rake maybe? I don't know.
What?
There's like dogs attacking.
Yeah, you had to be there. I think we're all going real.
Okay. Well, you're all wrong.
Oh.
No, dang.
I guess there
I'm
is
sorry,
someone out there
guys.
who's willing to type up a fake news story.
Is it slightly true?
No.
Slightly. It can be, Scott. We can make this reality.
I feel like, honestly, it probably has happened.
Yeah, I feel like you're wrong and that it actually did happen.
Yeah.
Okay. During the break, I'll Google it. We'll see.
Florida man. It's got to be a Florida man.
Florida man.
Yeah. Anyways.
I will.
But at least it's not a recent news story, at least, that I've seen.
Gotcha.
So.
That's fair.
Anyways.
It had to be a sectional. Had to be. That's what I'd fight over.
Sectional.
I don't fight over just any rough seat. It's got to be a sectional.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Woman trains dog to weightlift, and the dog sets a world record.
Absolutely.
Real.
People don't lie about dogs.
No, yeah.
People don't lie about dogs.
Okay,
absolutely
but,
real.
okay. I didn't jump immediately to this like you guys did because I'm trying to think what lift could it have been.
Think about. I'm guessing the dog is not bench pressing. The dog is like pulling something.
Yeah, the
like
dog is like pulling something with its mouth.
I'm imagining the like
what
weightlifting competitions where they just massive people would be walking a truck with their like the rope on their shoulders.
Is that even a lift? Does that count? I guess
They
it
could
says
like put a
weightlifting.
thing on the dog that has weights like attached to it, and then the dog like just gets up and down. So it's like the opposite of bench pressing.
So let's roll out a couple. He's not bench pressing.
He's not bench
I don't think he's doing pull-ups.
No.
He might be doing burpees.
I just think people are crazy with dogs.
Okay.
And so they made this happen some way or another. And I'm going true.
Dogs don't have knees, right? They don't bend at the knee.
They actually have 2 sets of knees.
Yeah, on their back. So I guess maybe they could squat.
They have hips.
hips don't lie. You know?
Like they're
their
strong.
back legs
They have muscles.
have like double joints, you know?
See, I'm thinking they maybe deadlifted. Maybe they got a barbell and they put weight on either side and they put it in between the teeth, and all he has to do is lift his neck up, and that's a deadlift.
Like just a heavy chew toy, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're totally plausible.
True.
I'm gonna go real just because I do want to know what this dog bench pressed.
Okay, but you always say that as if it was like as if you guessed fake and then it was real, and that I wouldn't explain it. Like just because that you guessed real is when I'm going to reveal.
Yes, I'm willing it to be real. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
It's got to be real.
All right. You're all wrong again.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
no!
Whoa.
I do. Okay, but I did look it up just to see like dogs weightlifting anyways, and they have like what you were saying about the pull thing. They have ways you can train your dog to like pull something. So I guess it still kind of works the dog's muscles, I guess. But I think I did see also a video about a dog, like they got a dog to like lift up a weight with its mouth. But I don't think that they can. I don't know. I mean, you could also probably put like a little belt on them or something, but then that wouldn't be lifting. Anyways.
Yeah. I mean, you could put one of those ab belts on your dog, give them abs. Yeah.
Give 'em abs.
For the summertime.
Summer's coming
That
up.
beach bod.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
outrageous, though.
Nice.
I'm so sorry.
Upset.
That was a good
Upset.
one.
I'm so sorry.
Over to
All right.
you.
All right. The next one. Okay, they're all themed. Basically, they all start with woman at least. So maybe next time we can have all male ones. But
Men
anyways.
don't do anything.
Yeah, okay.
Florida man.
Woman crashes car after seeing a spider in her car.
See, all these should be real.
That has definitely happened before. Surely.
I have
Probably done that.
That's just like
It's real. It's real.
All right, short story. I've almost done that where my first like car accident where I was like, shoot, I could actually die in this car was back in high school when I had my first car, the bright red cherry minivan. I was a soccer mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just driving down my road, which I've driven down a million times, and I have this, pickup following me behind. It's just a lovely day, and I see an ant crawling on my windshield, and I get
ant?
Yeah, like on my windshield, I get totally distracted, and I forgot I was on the road. That I'm following it around with my thumb, trying to squish it, and I miss it, and I'm like, darn! And I look down, and I'm on the other side of the road, about to fall off the hill, and the pickup truck behind me is just like, they stopped. They're way behind. And I'm like, I almost died because it's one little
An ant?
Yeah.
Really?
It was a mini ant. I didn't want it.
Like
But
when
it-
things are on the windshield, I think that's so dangerous because you think you can get it.
I thought I
because
could
you
get it.
feel like it's pretty close. But if you lunge for something,
Yeah,
then you just everything shit, ooh, it's scary.
the car was moving, I was moving,
Yeah.
my thumb, the ant. I missed. I don't even know where it went. It got the best of me because I almost died. Okay.
Whoa.
It's real.
Okay.
Real.
Oh, 4-3.
We're going
Oh,
real.
4-3.
Okay. All right. Well, you're all correct
Oh,
this
good.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it says, so the full headline, I kind of shortened it just so, because I knew if it was, I was overly specific, so I was like, okay. But it's woman crashes car and injures leg after spotting spider in driver's area, police say. But basically, she totaled her car and injured her leg. I think it said, it just says she injured her leg, but she saw the spider and panicked, which I mean, like, I've definitely done. I just like smacked. One time it happened and I was on the steering wheel. I was like, and then I like smacked it, and I like in the spider. I don't know where it went. It went flying, and I was like, there's also someone else in the car. And I was like,
She clicks on star. Hi, ma'am. How can I help you?
it was like, I was like heavy breathing. I was like, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic.
Hyperventilating. You just
Dude,
gotta
what's
bail.
worse though is if there's like a bee in the car, nothing
That's happened
will.
to me before.
Because you don't know where it is. Like, it's literally just flying. You can hear it buzzing by, but you're like, I can't look at it. I can't try to swat at it. Like, I have to just pull over and hope I can get it out. You're, like, frantically rolling down the windows trying to hope it'll just, like, suck it. Like, the wind will just suck it out.
You know, if there's a bug in the car, I think you got to do what the action movie people do. You just got to bail, unbuckle, roll down the window, jump out with the car moving. Just
That's your best bet on it.
Yeah, the car would destroy the bug.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The police made a statement and said, "We know that it's easier for some drivers than others, but please try," the please is in all caps, "try to teach new drivers and yourselves to overcome the fear and pull over to a safe place. Lives depend on it."
Overcome my fear of spiders.
Spiders,
at
I guess
will?
seeing bugs
Okay.
is
Yeah, how can they just tell us that?
It's that
Thanks,
easy. It's that
policeman.
easy.
What if that spider could be really big? Like
Yeah,
you had an ant in your car. I
ant.
feel like an ant is just more out of frustration in a way. Like spiders can be
It was
big
really scary.
Yeah.
and can hurt. I mean, I don't want
I'm
to.
sure it was terrifying. Yeah.
Ants can be terrifying for some
It
people.
was a red one too.
Oh, those will get you.
I'm imagining like tarantulas in someone's car, and they're just like driving, and the tarantula's like crawling all over their face and stuff, and they're just like overcoming their fear of tarantulas.
The police told me to do it. I gotta
Officer
do it.
Michaels told me to overcome my fear.
Well, it just said to pull over. Yeah, that was the whole thing. It's
Definitely
just to
pull
like
over.
get it together enough to pull over and then handle it.
Get it together, Josh. Get it together. You will be fine. We will get through this.
It's only a nest of tarantulas. It's no big deal.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you ready for the last one?
All right,
Okay.
1 for 2.
Woman steals electric scooter from Walmart and drives it to Waffle House.
Electric
It has
scooter.
Walmart and Waffle House in the same thing, so
It
it's
could have been
definitely
Boone.
true.
Or was someone trying way too hard? Like, okay, what will they believe? What will they believe? Walmart? Yeah. Waffle House? Yeah.
See, that is true.
The electric
But I'm
scooters
not-
are in nowadays.
Oh yeah, they're
Like,
trying.
I see them everywhere. People are flying past me on electric scooters.
Electric scooter.
I'm always a little jealous. I'm like, well, it seems pretty cool. But
They are pretty. Yeah, I would like to. If I'm an elderly person, if I get to the age of 50, I think I'm on an electric scooter every single time I go into a actual store now. I
A
think I'll do
separate
it.
story, not related to this, with electric scooter. I was on crutches for like a month and a half last semester, and it was so annoying to like have crutches and be trying to get groceries. But one time when I was late, because I didn't want anyone to see, but like me and my roommate, I like got on one of the electric scooters, but it was too much. Like I did not like the looks I got, because I mean I even had my crutches like in the front little basket, so it was like clearly like I am hurt.
That's your battering ram. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but anyways. So yeah, it's just
I'm imagining
not all
you
that it's
on, like,
cracked
the
up to be.
scooter
I
in
know.
Walmart.
It's
You're like, ooh, chips.
I was so embarrassed. I was like,
Get out of the
this
way!
is terrible.
Get out of my way!
Yeah.
That's
It
what
was
it'd be.
pretty fun though to steer and
Like,
stuff.
swinging your crutches like, move, I'm on the radio. I'm a big deal.
I'm a big deal.
No one on the radio has ever said that. All right,
No.
I'm going real because I want it to be.
Oh yeah. Back to the.
I'm going fake.
Okay.
Ooh,
I gotta go real.
Okay.
that's right.
4 for 4.
Okay,
right.
here we go.
Scott, did it pay off? It did not. It's real.
You
Get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Was it?
Nice. Good timing.
Okay, yeah, so it's a woman in Tennessee.
Of
She just wanted a cup of coffee from Waffle House, so she stole an electric shopping scooter. But it says the
Borrowed.
security footage, this was at 4 in the morning. It showed that she went around Walmart, shopped, got groceries, and then just kept
Just
I
kept
guess
going.
she went through the parking lot, and then I guess she decided, might as well just take this thing on to Waffle House, get a cup of coffee. So
Yeah, the battery pack lasted. Yeah.
I got enough juice.
it says she rode it on the Highway 127. I don't know what that
She went on
means,
the
but it's a
highway?
highway.
Good lord.
That's
That's terrifying.
That's pretty scary.
This woman, wow.
Hope she's all right.
When
Yeah,
your battery,
she's alright.
when your battery pack is charged, there's nothing stopping you. We got Here Comes the Sun on the morning app right before our relationship segment.
And now back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
It is relationship time on the morning app, and this isn't really relationships. When I saw this segment and I heard that Josh V was going to be running it.
Oh, yeah.
It's our ex's revenge stories, and my goodness, Josh, what have you done to these women?
You'll never find the bodies.
Oh, wow.
That is dark.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
These are other people's revenge stories. One of which, this is a pretty good one. I hid meat in his car. Is the title.
Well,
That's so weird.
That's a classic thing to do.
It's very short. It says that she put a full ham and like hid it somewhere in his car, like under a seat.
What a waste.
And then
What a waste.
at
Fair,
first,
fair.
Good point.
at first, it didn't do anything. But over time,
Yeah.
it started to go bad. And then by the time he found it, his car smelled terrible.
like him. Yeah.
Yeah. She apparently also put a bucket of wood chips in his bed,
Oh my gosh.
which
What?
Wouldn't that create a nice little cabin feel?
I was thinking, like, apparently she says it smells bad, but I was like, I mean,
Wood chips are
wood
nice.
chips, like, I think of mulch kind of smelling kind of good.
Okay, think about this.
And she did say it was a dorm, so it was probably an improvement.
I'm interested in what Scott has to say. He
about
got really
this.
excited.
Think about this. So, ham in your car and wood chips in your bedroom. Think about you find the ham, like,
Yeah.
first day, day one. Stick it in the fridge. You said it was a waste.
Yeah.
Not a waste anymore. You got a
Gosh.
free ham.
We need to be scavenging through our cars every single day just to make sure.
Well,
there's
I
not a little
wonder
goodie.
After reading
if this was
I'm
a
skeptical.
full ham, where could you hide a full ham? How big is this car?
I hope she marinated it. Like, I hope she, like, put it in some, good
Like,
sauce.
like
or-
honey ham.
Yeah, a honey ham with maybe,
Some
orange
cranberry
peels,
sauce, like that,
jammed
yeah.
in there, because it'd make a really good meal.
And wood chips too. Like you could find a way to use those door stoppers.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that comes to my mind right now.
You can, a playground set, but,
I also just feel like the wood chips part of it in his bed. Okay, so like most of the time, like when you're really tired and you just go lay down, like you'll turn out the light. You won't even look like sometimes in your bed. Like you're not gonna expect wood chips to be there. So what if he just like walked in and just like plopped down on the bed and like landed on all these wood chips? That would not be a
Like
fun
a
time.
crunch.
you'd be like, this is home.
This is yes, just like I remembered.
To go off of what you said, though, this article easily could have been titled, "My Ex Made Me a Ham."
Yeah. And that wouldn't have been a revenge story. That would have been like a nice
I'm like,
parting
I
gift.
thought it was kind of
Yeah.
weird.
Nice
Our
parting
breakup was really bad, but like she made me a ham for some reason.
and put it in my car, and now I have a free ham.
I think you can wedge it under the seat. Like, I think you could wedge it under the seat.
Can we test this? Can we get a ham and see?
Yeah. If
see
you
what
guys
it'll
buy a
fit
ham,
under?
I'll let you stick it in my car. Like, it's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all aren't gonna like this next one,
Uh-oh.
What do you
but it's
mean?
good though. It's appropriate. Don't worry.
Kitty's like, what?
It's like,
This is a guy revenge story. So the girl cheated and the guy got revenge.
Oh.
Good for him.
He took her cat
No.
to the pound. Yeah.
I'm gonna cry, honey.
That's a bit excessive.
Come on.
Okay, never mind. Not good for him. That's
That's
a little.
just bad all around.
I mean, he kind of
Come
murdered
on.
a cat, but
Jeez.
Like,
I don't know what to
it's
say.
not that good.
No.
They-
No.
That's just
Maybe if he let the cat out and just
Too
kind of let
far.
the cat
No.
walk away.
No.
Too far.
Nope. Nope.
that is bad.
No.
Both
Follow
sides.
that up, we have nasty emails.
Yeah.
Send them mean
Let's
emails.
move on. Yes.
I don't. Oh. All these just make me cringe.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, one
feels
more.
so bad.
One more, Josh.
Okay, this is a good one.
Oh, my.
It's another guy one. So in this one, the girl claimed that her ex-boyfriend had died a year prior, and apparently that was a lie. And she got back with him, and basically the original couple was engaged, and she got back with the ex. And she asked her ex-fiance to send her the wedding dress, so he burnt it. and sent it to her in like a box of ashes.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just imagine you're like, she's, what happened to your last boyfriend? Oh, he died a year ago. And you're like, oh, cool, nothing to ever worry about. And then he comes back. I don't know. That's
how could you trust that person?
Well, obviously you can't. She's gone.
Yeah.
You're not giving her a ham.
Okay.
He should. Yeah, he should put a ham in the dress.
I always find like burning things super interesting, aside from like old homework or things you like don't reading it. But like, you know, like for sports, when people like a player goes to another team and you burn their jersey.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah. Now you don't have a jersey.
Now, yeah,
I can't bring.
You could sell that, or just it's fine. The players, you know, same with this wedding dress. Like afterwards, like, yeah, really, really got her. Now I have a box of ashes of her wedding dress.
Yeah, you could have sold that wedding dress, made more money. I can't.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
Probably would have done that.
Could have wrapped the ham in it.
Could have just not burnt her wedding dress.
Yeah.
You're right,
on,
Scott.
man.
You're right, Scott. Well, thank you, Josh V. That was very insightful. I'm glad it didn't happen to you, and I'm glad you weren't the one doing it. I hope you're not the one doing any of it. Maybe these are just your personal stories that you're.
These are all articles, and I'm not just scrolling up and down on an empty screen.
Yeah.
Well,
that's good. Good news.
Well, the Morning App will be back on Friday, and we will be giving 2 tickets away to Merle Fest. We have a couple other opportunities here this week to give away some Merle Fest tickets. I think we've had 3 giveaways already. No, 4. We've had 4.
Yeah.
We had Indie Hour, The Mackey Move, Sports Rap, and Back to the 80s Night. Tonight is going to be Loopy Radio, giving away 2 tickets when?
I think between 9:30 and 10. I think may have been something like that. But you can definitely check on 90.5 WASU's social media, and you can get the exact times as well as the other specialty shows. They'll be giving them away. So definitely place. And they're going to give away, and on social media, they're giving away
Yes.
2 tickets. So
So
you can enter to win that way as well.
I think 4 or 5 opportunities before you run out of opportunities. So go and grab them. Try and call in here at the station.
Yeah.
Check out the social media post and figure out when you can get 2 tickets to Merle Fest. That's going to do it for us here on the Morning App, and we'll see you on Friday.